I'm AJ Freed, and you should still vote for me for Prom King. Please, vote for me.
And I'm Michele Spiller, and you should vote for me for Prom Queen.
I'm Jake Winkleman, and I've got this week's Around Campus.
Hi, I'm Sean McClellan, and I've got this week in Mepham Sports.
I'm Ava Scheffler with your weekend forecast.
These are the BMB Morgan Hafke for June 4th.
Good morning, Mepham. Today's day 5. Please rise and join us for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Over the past few days, you may have noticed that the plexiglass borders have been removed, which has definitely given students here a feeling of normalcy. But we must remember that there's still a virus, and we must still wear our masks over our noses to keep all of us here in the Mepham community safe. It's true that the state has removed the mask mandate, but they have left the mandate in place for schools.
You're right, Michele, especially with summer coming up as well as prom and graduation. Speaking of prom, you could vote online for your Prom King and Queen nominees online right now.
And while you're there, you should consider voting AJ and I for Prom King and Queen.
Now off the topic of us, this Monday is going to be the M Awards here at Mepham. Student varsity athletes come together to be honored for their hard work and dedication to Mepham sports. In other news, PBS recently did a story about how the COVID-19 pandemic has disrupted the learning of students across the world. Here at BMB, our students did a similar project reflecting on how the last 15 months has disrupted our education here in Bellmore. Let's take a look at BMB Junior Morgan Hafke's submission about what the last 15 months in her life have been like.
It's very safe to say that this has been the weirdest year of my life. When we first found out that the school had been closed for a little while, I remember texting my friend how excited I was for the week off. Oh, how young and stupid I was. For the remainder of the year, we learned to be isolated from each other. Basically, we lived in our home. Well, yeah, they were our homes. That's what homes are for. We live in them. What I'm saying is that we stayed in our homes. We stayed in our homes. We lived in our homes because that's what we're responsible thing to do. And if we left our homes, the neighbors would be like, "Oh, why aren't you staying at home?" And they would judge you. So we used to stay at home. We were getting a bit stir crazy, and so I spent my school days in my basement. I completed my assignments I was given on Google Classroom, and I was free before lunch. Though this seems like an easy way to finish off sophomore year, what I remember most about this time of my life is how much I missed my friends. When September finally rolled around, I was surprisingly ready to pack my bags and go off to school. Obviously, it was seeing my friends that excited me, not learning. Learning I could do without. Learning hybrid was strange because you don't get used to something that constantly relies on changing your schedule. I found in-person days exhaustingly slow, and online days distracting, to say the least. Especially because I had to move out of the office into my room. I flooded the basement sometime last winter. I left the hose on overnight. But I left the hose on overnight because it was hard to tell the difference between on and off and the knobby thingy. The knobby thing was so confusing for no good reason, and so my parents yelled at me and I had to move upstairs. This has been an extremely weird, confusing, stressful learning experience. The person who walked into this pandemic was very different than the person walking out. I grew up. I spent so much more time with myself than I ever had before, and because of that, I've got to know myself better. This whole experience has been undescribably difficult, but I don't have a doubt in my mind that I've learned from it.
Thanks, Morgan. It was an amazing video, and we can't wait to see more from you and everyone else at the BMB Awards show tonight. The BMB Awards is where we celebrate the hard work of the BMB students and their dedication to the program. You could tune into this very same BMB YouTube page tonight at 7 p.m.
Michele, you think you and I will win Best Anchor?
I think I will win Best Anchor. Anyway, I'm sorry, champ. Not really, but this past week we had a spring showcase featuring the chorus, orchestra, and band concerts on the football field. Let's send it over to Jake Winkleman, who sat down with Kiran Paingankar. I hope I said your last name right.
Hi Pirates, and welcome to Around Campus. This week we're talking Spring Showcase, as earlier this week out on the football field it was not one, not two, but 3 concerts performed by the Mepham Orchestra, the Mepham Band, and the Mepham Choir. All three were streamed on BMB despite some technical difficulties, and we are now joined by band member Kiran Paingankar. Welcome to the show, Kiran. So what was it like to finally be performing again in front of a live audience?
Hey Jake, it was really nice to be refreshing to play in front of a live audience again. New people, everything new, just new scenery. Not like Grand where it was everything got cut short.
Yeah, I can imagine. And what did you need to do differently to prepare for a concert out on the field?
Since sound travels and we're 30, 40 yards apart, the timing might be off. And thanks to the seniors a lot to mentor us and help us with playing and timing and everything.
That's cool. And Kiran, I could be wrong, but in 4 years of doing around campus, I think you might actually be the first freshman we've ever interviewed. With 3 more years here at Mepham, what are you looking forward to about being in the music program for 3 more years?
As I said, 3 more years, I could be the senior that mentors a lot of other people. That's something we look forward to. Something to maybe inspire people. It's just a good feeling knowing that I could maybe be the senior that inspires someone one day.
Yeah, that's a good goal. And so that about does it. You can check out the live stream of the concert, technical problems, and all on the BMB YouTube. And next week, we'll have the special guest for our final Around Campus of the year. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Jake. That's white, Michele. Now, let's go over to Sean McQuillan with your week in Mepham Sports.
As the spring sports season comes to an end, playoffs are here for Mepham Sports with only 5 days left of school. Finally, it's about time. Mepham softball with just 1 performance might have had the greatest game out of any sport played throughout the whole year, where the Pirates won 19-0 with senior Kaylee Roth throwing a perfect game. Softball's second playoff game will come later today when they stay on the Mepham Diamond, taking on Valley Stream North. On the other side of the diamond, the hot Mepham baseball team, who is currently coming off a shutout against East Meadow, will now take the bus ride to play one of the better teams in the county in Garden City, because what is Garden City not good at? The Mepham girls lacrosse team played their final game yesterday against Hewitt once again. Both teams featured some of the best the county has to offer, going one-on-one. Now looking towards the weekend, the dominant girls badminton team looks to continue their playoff streak this Saturday against Jericho. And now that's all for me. I am never walking in the rain again. Rain, I don't like you. And thank you, Miss Kalish, for the hairspray that fixed my hair. For BMB, I'm Sean McClellan. Now back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Sean. Now, here's Ava Scheffler with your weekend weather report.
Good morning, Mepham. I'm Ava Chef, cooking up a storm here with your weekend forecast. I hope you all enjoyed the long weekend. Even though it was rainy, I hope you made the best out of it. I know I did. But let's get into your weekend weather. This weekend is definitely going to be humid and an icky one, so just wear lots of hairspray and just pray the rain goes away. Friday, we're definitely going to see some showers throughout the day with temperatures in the 70s. Saturday, hopefully a little sunshine pops through, but we're most likely going to have showers here and there with temperatures in the upper 70s. And Sunday, hopefully all that clears up with beautiful skies and temperatures in the 80s. I'll believe that when I see it. But guys, it's now June and summer is almost here. So I'll see you next time on the weather, Mepham. Have a great day.
Thanks, Ava. Now, for today's quote of the day. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is always to try just one more time.
So wise, Michele. These have been the BMB morning announcements for Friday, June 4th. One more to go, Michele.
Have a great day, Mepham. Vote us prom king and queen, please.